Hello, I'm Rex Campbell with Campbell K9 University. Today I'm trying to put together a video for examples for people to train their dog to alert them when they need to go outside to go potty, or like we keep their water outside for our dogs on the deck. It is a fairly common question that people ask about alerting for certain behaviors. So there's, the main ways that dogs alert is with their feet, their mouth, or their nose. Okay, so I'll give you an example. For their foot, they could ring a bell. They're on a little curled piece of metal that hangs out from the wall with a bell hanging off of it, and they just reach over and paw it. They also have bells that you hang from your doorknob. It can be a strap of bells, a string of bells, one bell. It doesn't matter. Okay, and the other way is for them to speak with their mouth. So when you think about that, you have to train the alert first. So that means if you want your dog to bark, in order to train them, you need to teach them how to speak on command. And speaking, you can't make a dog bark. You can't encourage them to do it. You can wait until they, do it and attach the speak command and give them praise. With their nose, we teach the touch command with their nose. You can call it anything you want, but it's a root command because we teach them a lot of things, a lot of different behaviors with the touch command. And you can use a foot command to ring the bell. That would be like the root command, because there's lots of different things you can do with their feet too. So I'm going to give you an example. If I am teaching a dog to speak, to alert me at the door, so what I'm wanting in the end game is I need them to go to the door and speak. So they're going to bark until I come and open the door and let them outside. So that's when, it doesn't matter if it's to play, drink, go potty. The beginning of it, we all teach the same way. So we're going to teach the dog to speak on command. Once they're doing that well, then we will go to the door and we will show them have 3 or 4 treats in our hand, show them to them, throw them out on the other side of the door, close the door, and tell them to speak. When they speak, our hand is on the handle, ready to open the door. So we open it the second they speak. So we're not saying anything else, we're not doing anything else. So when they speak, the door opens up, they go get their reward. So they're learning to open the door by speaking. That is the behavior. So after you've done that and they've got that down really well, it only takes a few times typically, right? This is a fun game for them as long as we don't ruin it. So we are going to be lighthearted the whole time. If we turn it into stress, they're going to have a really hard time making associations. They're not going to be in a learning mindset if we stress them out. So if it doesn't go just the way you want, just be patient. But once I go from that, I would even back up. If a dog doesn't get that and won't speak or won't go out the door, I would do it a couple times without opening the door. I would back all the way up to just putting a piece outside the door and let them go get it. Put a piece outside the door and let them go get it. Then shut the door. Right? After you've let them see you put a couple pieces out there, shut the door, and then say speak. And when they realize that when they say speak that door opens, they're going to really be into the game. So I will have them doing that well before I try to transfer it to another command. So remember, speak is just teaching them to bark on command. So we want a command for them going outside so that they will associate it with that behavior. Now, that new command is only going to be for that behavior. So you might say outside. If you're going to use go potty, once you transfer to that command, you only want them going outside to go potty. So I would have them doing that before you attach that command to it. So I would tell the dog to speak, open the door, they go outside, get the treats, they come back in, and then I would assign the command. So whenever you're adding something to your training, it's going to precede the other things you did. So I would say outside, speak. When the dog speaks, the door would open. And they'd get their treats, they'd come back in, I'd throw the other treats out, shut the door, say outside, speak, open the door. And what's going to happen by you doing that is that saying outside is a precursor to you saying speak. They will start speaking when you say outside because they're excited to get out there and get those treats. So once they start doing that, then I would drop the speak command. Just drop it. One thing I would like to point out to people is that when things are going well, we want to stop. It's okay to do that in several stages over several days. You could do it several times in a day and to get in more training opportunities. But like I tell people for charging your markers even, if there is a point where if we just kept charging their marker and charging their marker, where the dog is going to get full and they're simply not going to be food motivated. So even a really good thing like that, just feeding them treats, has an expiration on it, right? So we want to keep that in mind. We always want to stop before the dog stops. So now moving on to the bells. This is easier because teaching a dog to speak, you can't make them do that. Now, starting out with a touch command with your hand, you can. So it's very easy. Put a treat in your hand, reach your hand out to them. When they are about to touch it, you say touch, and you touch your hand to your nose. Yes, release the treat. It's that simple. So you do that several times. When they start getting the hang of it, you move their head to the right, say touch, and they reach out and touch it. Move your hand to the left of their head, say touch. When they touch it, you go through the same process, marker, reward, and then keep doing that. I go above their head, below their head, and then I start making them take a step. I just make them stretch out just outside where they got to take a small step to do it. Once they are doing that well, and I normally do this over, I can do that part right there in one training. I will normally do a couple sessions with that so they're doing it really well before I introduce the bells. When they are ready, and I decide, okay, this training session, I'm going to introduce the bell. I'm going to do it a couple times with my hand first, right? So I'm going to do it a couple times real quick, touch, real quick, and then I'm going to pick up the bells and I'm going to say touch, and I'm going to touch them to their nose just like I did with my hand. When I touch them, I'm marking that moment in time. Yes, I reward. Touch them with the bells, right? Yes, reward. I'm using the command, and after I do that a few times, I'm just going to pause. I'm going to move it toward their face. I'm going to say touch, and I'm going to pause. And it's really important that when you do these pause, that you really let them process it. I only interrupt them if they turn their head away and get distracted by something else or start to walk off. So I almost always have them on a lead when I'm introducing new training to a dog. So anyhow, wait for that pause, give them a chance to process it and touch it on their own. When they are doing that to the bell, now we can attach the bell to the doorknob. You can touch it to different locations too. You can have different bells in different places and teach them to do each one separately, right? But what we're teaching them is to go to the door that they want to go out of and ring the bell. So now the bell is hanging on the door. We're gonna take them to the door. We're gonna say touch, and we're gonna use our hand a couple times. And then we're gonna do the bells a couple times. And then we're gonna let the bells rest. Instead of us touching the dog's nose or holding them up there, we're gonna gesture to the bells and we're gonna say touch. And we're gonna pause. And we're gonna wait. Unless they become distracted or start to walk off, we're gonna let them process it. But we have to be ready so that when they ring that bell, we can open the door. Now, I would have done just like I talked about earlier. I would have treats on the other side of the door. When they ring the bell, I would open the door, let them get the treats. They come back in. I let them see me throw the treats outside. And we go through that whole process all over again. So it's the same process at that point in the game. Now, on a smart bell, I would teach them to touch my hand, and then I would transfer it to the smart bell the same way. After they're touching my hand well, and they're willing to take a step to do it, then I would have them touch the smart bell in my hand. At first, it's new. They're not going to touch it, so I'm going to touch their nose with it. And when I say that I'm touching their nose with all of these things, starting with my hand, I push on their nose because they have got to learn to put pressure on things to ring a bell of any sort, right? So I push. I don't just touch gently. I touch and push my hand into them as they're getting the reward. So all of these things are up to the same point now, right? So now on the touch command, they're willing to do it to get the rewards that they want. Now, every time we take them outside, we want to have introduced the new command. If it's going to be outside, then we will say, again, we'll precede, right? So we will say, outside, touch. When they touch it, we'll open it. They'll get their treats. They come back in. So we're transferring it to the behavior to the new command. So we're transferring the command so that we are on our final command. And we will never say that command and not take them outside. Now, since they're all up to the same point on this, so it doesn't matter if they're speaking or what they're doing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to back away from the door. Only 3 feet. If you're having them speak, you'll say speak. And the second they speak, you're going to rush over and open that door. Using the same process with the treats, right? They see you throw it, the treats outside. You call them away from the door. You say speak. You run up to the door and open it, and they go out and they get their treat, right? We're being excited while we're doing this. And we do the same thing with the touch command on the bells, right? We've already transferred it to the outside command at the door, so we're going to back away 3 feet. And we're going to do it. When they're successful at 3 feet, we're going to back 6 feet away, right? We're going to go to the end of the table. And my patio door is in my dining room, for instance. So I would work my way around that table, where they will do it from any position from around that table. Then I would come to the doorway of my living room and do it. As long as they're being successful, I would keep progressing. If you start a training session and they are stumbling, back it up a step, make it a little bit easier for them. When they do that a couple times successfully, then advance. But you can literally have a dog ringing a bell or speaking to go outside in just a day or two. It's really easy to do. So you just have to be really good at making associations every time you change something. So be willing to give it to your dog, keep it light, keep it exciting, and they will get it really, really quick. Good luck with your training. Echo. Bell. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Echo. Bell. Yes, good girl. Yes. Good girl, Echo. Bell. Yes, good girl. Echo and I doing some bell work. Echo, bell. Yes, good girl. Time to pay up, huh? Yes. Echo, bell. Yes, good girl. Good girl, Echo. Echo, can you say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say hi. Oh, yes, good girl. Echo, bell. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Let's step in the office here. Come here. Echo, come here. Echo, bell. Bell. Yes, good girl. Good girl, Echo. See that? Nope. Echo, bell. Nope, not in the chair. Bell. Yes, good girl. Yes, oh yes. She loves her treats. Kimber, speak. Kimber. Yes, good girl. Echo, bell. You're working on something different. Yes, good girl. Good girl, Echo. Echo. Hey. Echo. Look. Hey. Look. Yes. Oh, good girl. Echo. Bell. Pointing at her. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Echo, touch. Yes, good girl. Another step back. Echo. Echo. Touch. Nope. Yes, good girl. Echo, touch. Yes, good girl. Echo, bell. Yes, good girl. Echo, bell. Yes, good girl. Echo, touch. Yes, good girl. You hit it twice for me, didn't you? Good girl, Echo. Echo, bell. Yes, good girl. Echo, touch. Yes, good girl. She has to hit the beeper for me to open the gate. Echo, touch. I threw treats on the other side. Echo, touch. Nope. Touch. Yes, good girl, see? So the bell's making the gate open. I'm trying to develop the association with her. That if she wants to go out or wants through the gate, she has to hit the bell. We don't do this at home because she likes to go outside a lot. And we know she would be ringing it all the time. But down here, she's not loose all the time. All right, come on, girl. Come on. All right, Echo, here's the treats. Touch. Yes, good girl. All right, come on. Let's do it again. Come on, Echo, come on. She's seeing the treats in my hand, so she's going to see me toss them over there. I want her to do it on her own. I'll help her out by saying the T-O-U-C-H word. But Let's see if she does it. She's pushing on the gate. So I'm really trying to just pause. She wants over there. I already know she does. Here she comes. Yes, good girl. There, guys. So that pause, it doesn't matter if it's a down, a sit. The pause is so important. It took her a minute to process it, but she did it. We ended on a good note, so I'm going to stop now. And I hope you guys can see that. It doesn't matter what we're teaching. We really need the dogs to control their own behavior. And I know I've said it 1,000 times, but try to remember that the gold is in the pause. The gold is when they choose and work things out in their own brain. They manage their own behaviors. We want to teach them to think independently. Otherwise, we're stuck controlling them their whole lives. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Hello, everybody. I'm Rex Campbell with Campbell K9 University. Right now, I'm going to, I've taught Echo how to touch the smart bell using the touch command, which is the root command that I use. So you can teach a lot of different behaviors from that. So what I'm doing right now is I've already taught Echo to push the smart bell to open the gate and to push the smart bell to open the back door. So right now, my next step is I need to change that command because I can't use that root command anymore. So we're gonna finalize this journey by getting her to go outside and go potty. When we say go potty, I want her to hit the smart bell. We'll open the door for her and she'll get praise and we'll go out and she'll go potty. So, but right now, my task before that is to assign the new command, okay? We've already built up all these other associations. So now I'm gonna switch from touch command to go potty command. And I'm gonna try to do that by using my body language. She's used to doing a lot of sendaways with placing the bell work, the smart bell using the touch command. So all I'm gonna do at first, I'm gonna see if she'll do it. I'm gonna gesture like I normally would. And I'm gonna use the new command and see if she will do it, if I can make the association that way. If it doesn't work, that's fine, I will work through it. But our new command is gonna be go potty. So I need her to do that to ring the smart bell with me saying that. So I'm gonna angle this down a little bit so you can see the smart bell on the wall. It's right there in the corner. All right, Echo, good girl. Go potty. Yes, good girl. So I'm leading her into it kind of fast, so she'll do it. Echo, come on, go potty. Nope. Yes, good girl. Ready? Echo, go potty. Yes, good girl. I'm gonna back away. Echo, go potty. Yes, good girl. Good girl, Echo. Echo, go potty. Yes, good girl. Great, good job. Here you go, that was awesome. Good girl, Echo. That was great. Yes. All right. Guys, that was a success. So now she's ringing it because she wants more treats. So now, from this point on, we're only gonna use that command when we take her out to go potty. So it's gonna be, before it was easy to create training opportunities. Now our training opportunities are only gonna be, every couple hours. So she's still gonna pick it up really fast. She knows how to open the gate, she knows how to open the door. We're just making the association so that when she has to go potty, when she needs to go out to the grass, that she will ring the bell. So once we make that association, it normally takes more because we can't create the training opportunities. I mean, I can run her out to the grass, but I don't want her ringing the bell every time she just wants to run out to the grass. So it's important that she goes to the bathroom every time I take her out there. So I will wait a couple hours, then I will go to the door, tell her to go potty, she'll come and ring the smart bell, and I will let her out and run her across the parking lot to the grass. Anyways, I'll let you guys know how that went. And it's okay if we struggle, though, it's just a training opportunity. I might have to clarify what I'm doing. It's gonna be a big switch, but we won't use the go potty command for the smart bell anymore unless we're going out to the grass. So you guys have a good day and I'll let you know how it goes. All right, now we're gonna try to make the association with going out to the grass. Echo, go potty. Nope. Yes, good girl. Let's go. Come on, girl. Good girl, Echo. So it's a long ways. We're heading all the way over by that light pole. So with only being able to do this every couple hours, it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge, but she's a super fast learner. I think I've made the associations really clear. Nope. Echo, come here. She didn't want to talk to you, Echo. Come on. Let's go. I was distracted with because I was videoing. I didn't realize that there was a person right there. She thinks that everybody wants to say hi to her. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, go potty. She goes to the bathroom on command, at home and here. Normally she's really good about it. She starts looking. I don't pester and I don't repeat the command. Once I say it, as long as she's looking, I let her do it. Let her go through her process. There you go, guys. Success.